Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hale. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Back to pass, it's Russell. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless. Those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipke if they can stop him on 3rd down. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the 1st. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Gonna take a shot. Makes a catch at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll try to run for it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And talk about getting excited just to lose it again. The offense gets the first down. You got enough yards, but what do you have to do? You got to take care of the football. You can't cough it up. The defense forces the fumble, recovers it, takes all the wind and all the momentum back to their side.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Quick timeout. Defense there trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. With the catch, it's Williams.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Offense just trying to get the ball to their receiver quickly out in space to the perimeter of the field, but how about the speed of the linebacker, able to close and make that tackle? That's impressive.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Throws toward the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Clemson.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Hale. Slips through the line. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He caught it! Touchdown, Alabama! Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Fires to the right. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got his man to the left. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. He's got the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
He might want another play. We'll send the tight end in motion. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 25. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Grab behind the line. It's Williams. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Well, we knew coming into tonight they were going to try to find this guy throwing the ball. I had no idea it was going to be this successful this early. Guys, he's closing in on 100 receiving yards. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. He has been an absolute force.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Colorado State just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory, and that's really the standard there in Fort Collins. They'll enjoy this one all week. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's got an open man. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. What a nightmare for this defense. His 2nd big play, gashing this secondary, and the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. The quick out. There he goes. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do that.
And it's picked off at the goal line. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down. Open space at the 25. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll go with a direct snap. Oh, he's got a chance.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air, it's Russell. Under fire. Got a man, it's Miller. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tiger. Unleashes one deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. On the run, it's Davidson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Quarterback making checks. To the air. It's Klubnik. Throws to the wideout. He's right downfield. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Randall. Got room at the 35. There he goes. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched the sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, running back on the move. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll move the tight end. Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Might be calling a hot route. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. You couldn't ask for much better field position to start, but now they're looking at a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the...
He lobs one high down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. They'll operate out of split backs. Right back to the well. It's a running room. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Power football with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Motion from the back.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pre-firing. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this 2nd half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And the Tigers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Clemson.
The Tigers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Caught over the middle. It's Miller. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah.
Breaks into the open on the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Alabama quickly back to the line. On the move. Touchdown tie! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the dip to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Creates a little space. Makes it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Showing off the arm.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on third down. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal.
Decision time right here. I like going for it. Playing on the road, you have an opportunity to take the crowd out of it a little bit here. Why not just line up quickly and just try to run the ball?
Yeah, stay aggressive. I mean, you want to shut these people up. You want to quiet them down, but field goals don't do that very often. Try to go for the touchdown right here.
The field goal unit stays put. They will try to deliver the haymaker and deck him with a touchdown. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Washington State ran roughshod over the competition en route to a double-digit victory, and they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those unis. This team is a buttoned-up group. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception.
Trying to take it back. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Alabama quickly back to the line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
They're like the kid at the playground that just does not want to share their ball with anybody else and play in the sandbox. They've got a crazy lead, and still, head coach decides to go out, onside kick, they get it, and they maintain with possession. It's crazy.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. They'll start this drive going to the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Alabama! And the punishment has been extended.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. Not much reason to go for the onside kick at this point, except they want to run up the score. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but he's got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Clemson!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Clemson jumps to the line. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Got it! Touchdown time! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the 2-pointer is no good. Only reason you can think of for the onside kick here is they want to stick it to him. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is.
And it's his 4th interception of the game. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Simpson. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
This guy is very proud about his accuracy. That's why he's one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football. And that time, ball just got away from him a little bit, and it's going to set up third down.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab on the big throw. Oh, a lot of space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2.
Here we go.
A designed run for the quarterback. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes with a quick strike up top covering 79 yards. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field.
Going for it all. This is picked off in the end zone, but the officials are saying he was out of bounds. Just an incomplete pass and a huge break for the offense.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Finds a spot in the middle. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Quarterback keeper. And into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Not much reason to go for the onside kick at this point, except they want to run up the score. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller has done.
And here's the third interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Great place to start for this offense. He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll take the deep shot. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down and a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. He'll set up to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to have time to throw.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on third down. He'll keep it himself. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up?
Throw into the end zone. It's picked off.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships.
Makes a grab for a big play. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy, just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear.
Throws toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
On the move. Good, solid tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Fires to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, you know, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. They'll start this drive from the 42. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Klubnik. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit, too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the fourth.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game, like,
hauls it in, the first down and more. On the move at the 30. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Wow, and that was was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. Third down coming up.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Fires to the end zone. It's complete on the right side. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. He'll do it himself on the draw. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty